It's 2024 and most people still have no idea what LinkedIn is, let alone how to even use it. So in this video, I'm going to explain all of that right now. So what actually is LinkedIn and how do people use it? Well, that's what I'm going to explain in this particular video. As you can see, a little bit of a snapshot of my LinkedIn profile straight away. So I suppose that LinkedIn is many different things to many different people. It's like a tool in a toolbox, and how you then want to use your LinkedIn profile, I suppose, can be many and varied depending on the outcome that you're looking to achieve. And I'm going to actually run through the most popular way that people use LinkedIn. Now, some people might use it just as a business social networking site where you can scroll through and see what's happening in the business community around the world, just like we do here on Facebook and the other social media platforms. Others might use it to promote themselves, their business and brand, like you can see that I'm doing here. Equally, you might be looking for it to identify and look for individual people. Amongst many things, LinkedIn is a giant database and a search engine, and I'll dive into a little bit more on that and show you how to use it. And a lot of people will still remember LinkedIn as the original, job networking site, and we'll run through that particular one as well. So there are many factors, or there are many ways people use LinkedIn. And as I say, it's a little bit like a toolbox. How you want to use it is totally up to you. But LinkedIn is absolutely huge, but it is still a very, it's the best kept secret amongst all of the social media platforms. But some of these stats on this Hootsuite blog, and I'll put the link to it in the description below that you can read it. LinkedIn's now over 21 years old. That's how long it's been around. 36 offices around the world, 38 cities, 26 different languages. There is so much about LinkedIn that the vast majority of people just aren't even aware of, and that includes the people who are actually on using LinkedIn. This is a great stat. LinkedIn made $15 billion in its Q4 2023. So it's a huge place for advertisers and that type of thing. Women representing nearly 46% of LinkedIn leadership. Black and Latinos, they're a strong presence, those type of things. So there's some wonderful statistics here. LinkedIn has over 450 million newsletters. LinkedIn now has 1 billion members around the world. So if you're in business in any way, shape or form, and you're looking to find someone or to be found, LinkedIn, I honestly believe, needs to be part of your social media mix. 200 countries around the world, 133,000 schools. These are just some of, I suppose, the stats that are really pop. 30% of US adults are on LinkedIn. So as I say, if you're in business in any way, shape or form, I honestly believe you should be considering and using LinkedIn more because it is extremely powerful. So once you've got your head around all of those stats and you're able to digest some of them, the first way that I want to explain what LinkedIn is and how people use it is the way that I do. Think of LinkedIn as like your own mini website where you can literally within a matter of minutes create a LinkedIn profile and create a LinkedIn business page that is there for the world to see. You can let the business community know around the world who you are, what you do and how you help. And this is the thing that I focus on most for people. A lot of people say, Mark, they're not getting much use out of LinkedIn. And when I go and have a look at their profile, it is very boring, underperforming, or it's just plain outright bad. When someone lands on my LinkedIn profile, hopefully I've set myself up correctly and they're left in no doubt who I am, what I do, how I help. My banner image here, making social media for business owners easy. Mark Warnken, social media trainer, speaking expert, helping business owners, sales teams stand out and grow using social media, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So hopefully when I've done that particular part right, people are left in no doubt who I am and what I do. And I do get contacted on a daily basis, direct messages. You can see I've got 7 direct messages here that unread, notifications, people wanting to connect. So setting up and optimizing your LinkedIn profile, think of it, as I say, like your mini website. Whether you're still in your last year of school and working at McDonald's, why not create a LinkedIn profile? Or if you're a seasoned professional, make sure you're positioning yourself in the best possible way. And there are so many aspects to your LinkedIn profile that you can add. The about section is I suppose, like a summary letter that you would put, and people get to read a little bit more about who you are and what you do. All of this is keyword searchable, just like we're understanding with Google. Again, if people like what they see here and they might be thinking, hey, we might be able to use Mark for our upcoming event, they start reading a little bit about what I do. The featured section here, they get to sample and see some of my YouTube videos. This particular one will be one of my latest going up. They can then scroll through and then go back chronological time, my work history. They might say, hey, we like Mark. What else has he done? You then get the opportunity to list all of your job history, as much as you want or as little as you want, going back from current, going back as long as you decide. Your school, your education, your university, licenses, certifications, projects that you might have been involved in, any volunteering, skills, and business recommendations. This is your online social proof, where the business community around the world can validate you. So when I see at the start, it's a little bit like your own mini website that you can literally set up within minutes. That way you can position yourself in the business community, not only in your home city or home state or country, but around the world for the business community to find you. So that's the number one reason that I use LinkedIn for, to help grow my business and brand. And it's been very successful in doing that. While saying that, if you're not connected with me on LinkedIn, don't forget to send me a connection request and say hello as well. Now, moving on to the next way people use it, LinkedIn. You might be a little bit shy and you may not want to actually promote yourself too heavily, but you can start connecting and engaging with other business people around the world, and you can then start to scroll over the news feed, follow companies, follow individuals, just like we do on Twitter, just like we do on Facebook and Instagram, and then you can start engaging with the business community around the world, liking and commenting and sharing business content. So you might want to sort of dip your toe into the LinkedIn in marketplace and not sort of overly promote yourself initially if you're a little bit shy that way. I don't know why you'd want to do that. If you're in business in any way, shape or form, you should be standing from the rooftop yelling out saying, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do and how I help. But in between all of that, you can just start engaging with your business community, liking, contenting. It's like going to the biggest networking business luncheon in the world, where you wouldn't go to a business luncheon and stand in the corner and not speak to anyone. The same applies here on LinkedIn. If you've gone to the time and effort to create a profile, fantastic, but start now engaging, liking and commenting and sharing with business information. So if you've then decided you're more comfortable with that and you're then wanting to look at using LinkedIn again in a different way, that's when we move over to what I think LinkedIn's number one feature is, LinkedIn's best feature. Amongst many things, LinkedIn is a giant database and a search engine. So if you go to the top search bar up the top here, like you can see I've done, and you type in a job title or that type of thing, LinkedIn will then bring you up a whole list of people. Invisible becomes visible. Quite often there is hundreds, thousands of even tens of thousands of people that might be your ideal prospect. They might be someone that you just want to sort of, do some joint ventures with. They might be someone that you just want to reach out and connect with and learn from. So I've done exactly that with here, job title, office manager. And then I've used some of the filters. I've clicked Greater Sydney area, and what it's done, it's brought up over 45,000 results. People with the job title or previous job title of office manager in the Greater Sydney area, there are literally thousands and thousands and thousands. Invisible has become visible. So if you want to do business and the ideal key contact for you is someone with the job title office manager, this is how powerful LinkedIn. You cannot get this information anywhere else. You can't Google it and get the information, the in-depth that LinkedIn will provide for us. And when I say that, because look at that, it tells you someone's name. Office manager at Clearbridge Investments, Leah Hassapis, and even a photo of her as well. Tiffany Hill, Jennifer Turner, Maria Langara, Stephanie McCracken. Philippe Saint-Anne, invisible has become visible. Literally, if you just do this one thing and you're looking to find ideal customers, joint venture partners, someone to go into business with, someone to reach out and connect with, you will have almost an endless supply of opportunities. Now, when you're searching for people and you're then wanting to connect with them, that's when the importance comes of having an eye-catching profile. Again, like at a business networking event, if you've got a bad-looking business card or no business card and you're wanting to connect and reach out with people and they have a quick look at your profile and they go, oh, gee, we don't really like the look of this person, the chances of them connecting with you and engaging with you will be greatly diminished. So LinkedIn is many different things to many different people. But when people ask me, Mark, what is LinkedIn's best feature? I honestly believe it is the search function, because we can use the filters, current companies, those type of things, really narrow it down or keep it broad. And when we do that, invisible becomes visible and the opportunities can become endless. So once you've become a little bit more confident and familiar with those particular functionality here on LinkedIn, LinkedIn has started about over 20 years ago, and originally it was the the online job search platform, and it is still very much that today. Now, remembering I said at the start, LinkedIn is a giant database and a search engine, and we were finding people with the job title of office manager in Sydney. I've gone to the job, the search bar at the top again, and I've keyed in the job title of graphic designer, this time in Greater Boston, and it's bringing me up 146 results of a job title with graphic designer in the Greater Boston area, and you can then start scrolling through that. Again, invisible has become visible, social media graphic designer. It tells you a little bit more about the job, and then also look at part of the hiring team. It's going to then tell you Victor Lopez, head of marketing, is at Diaza Football. So graphic designer, you might be able to reach out and connect with Victor, pick up the phone, even go knock on his door if you're living in the Greater Boston area, send him an email, that type of thing. But this is how powerful LinkedIn is amongst many things. It helps promote you, your business and brand. You might just want to start scrolling the news feed like we do on all of the other social media platforms and see what people have been up to. You might use the direct job search. You might then, looking for an individual job title, office manager. Equally, you might be start looking for a particular job. So LinkedIn is many things to many people. Don't forget to connect with me here on LinkedIn. What I want you to do as well is go to the comments. Let me know what LinkedIn is for you or how you use LinkedIn. There is no wrong reason for this. I say to people, it's like a tool in a toolbox. A hammer is no more important than a saw, which is no more important than a screwdriver. They all are equally important in the jobs that they fulfill in being building a house. LinkedIn is very similar. It is a tool and you get to use it in whatever way, shape or form. Once you then start reaching out and get a profile, people then want to start connecting with you. I've got 3 open connections here where people are either inviting me to follow their business page or connect individually. I've got 7 open direct messages. I get contacted quite a lot all of the time. People are saying, hey, Mark, we want to invite you to come and speak at our event. Are you available? That type of thing. And then things that I'm following, just like we have on Facebook, if I've liked and I've commented and I'm part of an ongoing thread, I then get updated and that type of thing. So as I say, go to the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts, how you're using LinkedIn. Don't forget to connect with me. And equally, you might be following and watching this video on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon. That way you won't miss out on any of my weekly videos.